The Great Depression, a time when the world economy came crashing down. It all started on October 29, 1929, known as Black Tuesday. The stock market lost billions in value, wiping out investors overnight. Banks failed, businesses closed, and unemployment soared. The Dust Bowl added to the misery, with severe droughts devastating farmlands and forcing families to flee their homes. People lived in makeshift shanty towns called Hoovervilles, relying on soup kitchens to survive. The government struggled to respond. In 1933, Franklin D. Roosevelt took office and introduced the New Deal, a series of programs aimed at relief, recovery, and reform. Public works projects provided jobs, Social Security offered support, and new regulations aimed to prevent future crashes. Though it took a decade and the onset of World War II, the Great Depression finally ended, leaving lasting changes in its wake.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Pilgrims in the earth. First and foremost, like always, all praises be to the Most High, the I Am, the Higher, the Shah Ahaya, the God of the Bible, the God of the Hebrews, the creator of all things. Yeah, man, I just had something on my mind early today. You know, I'm just in deep thought, like I always do this time of the day, before the day gets started, usually like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning-ish. But yeah, man, I've been hearing about a lot of talks about World War III. A lot of people, a lot of people panic when they hear these things. Of course, we know we are biblical people, or our foundation comes from the Bible. You know, we're not just in this, for the talking points, or, this is a lifestyle. So, my faith is surrounded around the Bible. So, of course, Matthew 24 says you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. And there will be real wars taking place. But my question, or, my thing is, how would World War III, change us? Or how would that change our daily life, and would that affect us? Specifically for the black community, because the only thing that really drives us is entertainment, unfortunately. I think Malcolm X had broke that down. It's like our leaders are just entertainers. We see that year after year, as far as the Democratic, push, or even a Republican push. They always roll out these entertainers to get us engaged into doing something, right? Because we look up to these people like gods, and I broke that down, and But yeah, man, don't let those be your driving force, entertainment, because we'll look at the world and think everything is okay because the Lions are having a good season or the Lakers are winning, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you understand anything about, back in the Roman times, they had these big old coliseums of, men fighting, and what you call, even today you should have UFC, boxing. It's a distraction, you know what I'm saying? These things are a distraction that the Romans did to the general public to keep them at bay, you know what I'm saying? Not thinking too deep. Meanwhile, the world is revealing something, and there should be a shift in your mindset, but you're so steady thinking about the entertainment that's going on in the world instead of what's actually going on in the world. But yeah, man. So yeah, thinking about the war that's going on right now and the effects that it can have on us. We don't think about it's gonna affect our daily lives. We don't think about a draft, or our cousins, our brothers, our children having to go into this draft. You don't think about that. You just, oh, here you go, you talking about World War III again, But it's going to happen. It's in their records that they're gonna, and we've in somewhat have already been in World War III. But for the most part, you haven't really seen it affect your daily life dramatically. Of course, you see inflation, you see things getting more expensive, but we have to start looking at importing, exporting. All these things will affect America and specifically the black community. which was already on life support anyway. So once you have drafts going on, you have jobs being taken away. You have basically a traumatic, stressful environment. We already have that. So what I'm saying is, World War III wouldn't be a good thing, but it's a thing that has to happen. You get what I'm saying? So all I say is prepare first spiritually. What God do you serve? You have to have some type of faith base, because if your faith is based on government or entertainment or the news, you're gonna get swayed right to left, right. But yeah, man, definitely financial effects. The devaluing of the dollar. You get what I'm saying? So you have BRICS, what I talked about before. War isn't just physical, or bullets being thrown at each other. War also can be financial. For example, the devaluing of the dollar. These nations kind of see America as the threat, or they need to get America out of the way. And of course, it's all by design anyway. So you have BRICS. Well, that was already a war that was already started, because the American people will face the devaluing of the dollar. So whatever you make, let's say you made $23 an hour. Now when you see the devaluing of the dollar, now that $23 an hour feels like $10 an hour. Or the items that's being exported or imported, now you're paying more on. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think we think about that, in our daily lives. We just going to work. As long as I got my job, I'm cool. As long as I can go see a movie, I'm cool. But you have to understand, you have to understand how it's going to affect you. And I'm not saying be fearful. What I'm saying is prepare. Prepare yourself and prepare your children. Even if I'm not in America, I'm still preparing my children for a time. We're thankful every day. We thank the Most High. Thank you for the clothes on our back, the food on our table, the roof over our head. But tomorrow is unknown. Tomorrow is unsure, But we're going to be thankful for today. So always keep that in my children's minds. I know I always talk about my children, but, we as grown-ups, we pretty much had a okay life. But going into this new phase of things, we're going to potentially see a lot of famines. We're going to potentially see a lot of, life-changing events. You get what I'm saying? A lot of death. So, yeah, like I said, man, our communities were already on life support. If you can go back and look at like World War II and the things that was going on in the black community, there was always an attack on the black community, always, whether it been drugs, whether it been the effects from the PTSD from our people predominantly being the ones that will have to join these wars, coming back into the communities, no opportunities allotted for them. America is going to take a big hit, man. I'm going to just say that. America is going to take a big hit. And not only that, you have a big population of, illegal immigrants. Those illegal immigrants are going to be there to replace a lot of those jobs that we're used to going to filling out an application. Bam, we got a job. A job is going to be like a thing that they'll be hanging over the population's head, so everybody not going to be able to have a job. So what are you going to have in return of that? You're going to have crime. You're going to have more people robbing, stealing. And then once you have all this crime increasing, you're going to have control. You get what I'm saying? Your martial laws, people getting locked up. Innocent people being locked up because of that, so it's just gonna be a bad situation. But we have to prepare. I would say, put the Most High first. Put the Most High first in your life. Change your ways. Repent, because guess what? We don't have control over anything anyway, as far as the outside world. But what we can control is the inside world. The inside world is your temple. What are you putting in your body every day? What are you reading? What are you watching? what is the company that you keep around you? You know, when things do get bad, do you have people around you that you can trust? You know, I know a lot of us are a part of these big churches, whether it be the Christian church, you know, you in Islam, you in Israelite. You know, is there plans in place for you? You know what I'm saying? When things get bad, you know. So that's all I'm saying is just prepare, and you know, let World War III not scare you, but let World War III prepare you. And that's all I'm gonna say. This is just a real quick little video. You know what I'm saying? Once again, pilgrims in the earth, be ready to put everything on your back and keep it moving to go from one place to the next. All right, peace.